Another week, another Switch eShop sale, and today we're looking at the bargains, those games coming in under $10 or your local currency, covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. It's a decent week for discounts, and today I have the 11 games for you all. Let's get started. If you do grab anything, then consider using cornershop.gg for your discounted eShop credit. You'll get 5% off at checkout using code CORNER, and this code, it is limited to the first 100 users. Later in the video then, we do have a winner to announce for a $10 eShop gift card and one more to give away. To enter, drop a comment down below and that winner will be announced in next Thursday's video. Finally, consider subscribing if you do enjoy the video. It helps the channel a huge amount, and if you could like the video as well, that goes a long way. Roguebook is now at a new low of 60% off, and this game is created by those that brought us Magic the Gathering and Faeria. Now in Roguebook we are trapped in a book and must navigate 3 worlds to escape. While the story is minimal, the gameplay is solid with a combination of exploration on a hex-based grid and strategic deck-based battles. What sets Roguebook apart is the pre-boss encounter movement. You are essentially limited in the number of moves you can make, and you must use special abilities like a quill to reveal what is around you. In battles then, it's not just about deck strategy, but also party strategy. You'll need to put together a team of 2 warriors who are going to be essential to each other. For example, you may switch their places to create a defensive wall at the front of your formation. While there may be some performance quirks in here as well, I'm a fan of Roguebook and I highly recommend it. You can check out my full review in the pinned comment, and you can also take a look at my top deck builders video down there as well. The Friends of Ringo Ishikawa is back on sale and matching the low of 40% off, and this game offers an open world setting where you can explore the town and interact with various characters, but it's actually beat 'em up meets, let's say, social simulator. Take on the role of high school senior and gang leader Ringo though, and you get to choose how you spend each day, whether it's picking fights, hanging out with friends, studying or even getting a job. Really like this combination of mechanics. It's a unique world then with a great cast, and the audio and visual design, they are top notch too. While the developer's follow-up Stone Butter was relatively weak, the Friends of Ringo Ishikawa is well worth a look, and I do hope to see a return to form from the developer on their next release. Unmetal is a game that I've been playing again recently. It's an absolute gem. It's 50% off. That is more than worth the price, even if I will say it's been slightly cheaper in the past. This action-adventure game is clearly inspired by Metal Gear Solid as well as pop culture, and we take on the role of Jesse Fox, a man who has been falsely accused of a crime and must use his skills, arsenal of weapons, and quick wit to escape. From straight up combat to clever gadgets and stealth, Unmetal offers a diverse range of gameplay options, and what really sets it apart for me is just the story and writing. It is great fun, and the interrogations are a particular highlight. I have to give this game credit for understanding that while humor can take you a long way, strong mechanics are also required to make for a great experience. Little Nightmares 2 is a must-play for horror fans out there. Now, as an adventure puzzle platformer, you'll be stepping into the shoes of Mono, a young boy trapped in a world that's distorted by a mysterious signal. Together with Six as our guide, you'll attempt to uncover the truth behind it all. I preferred this game over the first entry as they dialed everything up to 11 while fine-tuning the controls. The gameplay is combat-free. Instead, it's focusing on hide-and-seek with creepy characters and solving environmental puzzles. If you do get caught here as well, there's a good chance you're gonna end up dead. Occasionally, the perspective can make navigation a little bit tricky, but it is a minor issue in an otherwise fantastic game. With a 67% discount then, it's matching the low price. It is a great time to dive in. You can also check out my full review in the pinned comment. Capcom Beat 'em Up Bundle brings 7 classic beat 'em up entries together, complete with a slew of options to enhance your experience. Now this bundle, it includes Final Fight, Captain Commando, The King of Dragons, Knights of the Round, Warriors of Fate, and then 2 previously unreleased on console titles, that's Armored Warriors and Battle Circuit. With features like difficulty modifiers, multiplayer options and galleries, the bundle provides a decent amount of gameplay for your cash, while being suitable for any skill level out there. Additionally, you can choose between the English and Japanese builds of the games. At 50% off, it matches the low, and I do think this bundle is a steal for fans of classic beat 'em ups. Finding Paradise then is my pickup of the week, meaning this is not a recommendation. I've not actually played it, but maybe you'll want to join me for the ride. I'm a massive fan of a game called To the Moon, a narrative adventure that looks visually like a classic RPG, and this is the follow-up that I never did get around to checking out. Well, now it's 20% off, so I'm diving in, and I'm confident this will deliver an emotional rollercoaster of a story. Now, much like the first game, it is story-driven again, and we're following two doctors traversing through a dying man's memories to fulfill his last wish, and on completion, this process will lead to their passing. No experience with To the Moon is necessary, but you should still absolutely play it. Incredible game, and yeah, I'm just a big fan of the visual style they went with here as well. AO Tennis 2, I reviewed it a long time back on the channel. I've always been a fan of tennis games. This one, it received mixed opinions at launch. I didn't mind it personally, and I do think with 90% off, its shortcomings are a lot easier to forgive. It's also a new low price for the title as well, so that's always good to see. Now, for many, the controls, they feel too assisted. Our player essentially positions themselves automatically, but when I got into a close game or a rally, I can't deny it is satisfying. Definitely one of my earlier reviews, so do forgive the quality, but the video it is pinned down below. Alongside a career mode as well, expect to find options such as challenges, a scenario editor, and a solid roster of stars. I also think visually it's pretty good work as well. Subnautica is one of the better survival experiences on the Switch, and I reviewed it here on the channel, find that down below. I also featured it in my top 15 survival list that I released on the channel here earlier in the week. Now, it tasks you with controlling a survivor of a crash landing on this aquatic alien world, and you'll be hunting for a way to live alongside an AI unit. Now, the 360-degree underwater movement makes it unique, but expect here to be managing oxygen levels, suit upgrades, and tackling more than a few beasts that inhabit this location. It's a good port as well, and it provides enough options to be playable by any skill level. It's matching the low then with 67% off, but be warned, this sale it ends soon. Deamscaper returns with 60% off, matching the low. I'm a big fan of this action roguelike. I think it's the world more than anything that got me hooked. We get to explore an awake state as well as an asleep state. In the daytime, we'll be exploring the town and meeting the locals and unlocking powers. Then at night, we sleep and we battle it out in a nightmarish realm as we do uncover new items and abilities. We just get some really unique special abilities throughout the experience, and that's matched with some great boss encounters as well. Overall, I'm just a big fan of the combat that's packed in here, and yeah, there's a lot going on with this one, so I would suggest watch a full review first, but in my opinion, it is a bit of a gem. Our winner of the week then is on screen right now. The reason I can't tell you who it is specifically is that, as many of you will know, I went back to England for the week, so recorded today's video in advance. Congrats to our winner. Drop me an email to claim your code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance in next week's video. Vesper Zero Light Edition is 30% off, matching the low, and I was really impressed with this indie puzzle platformer. I think what stood out the most for me was its impressive visual design. Look, sure, the character in the world, it's mostly silhouettes, but some of these backgrounds, they are absolutely stunning. Now, we take on the role of a droid uncovering what happened in this world, but it seems many things also want us dead, and yet it just intrigued me throughout. It has some issues, movement can be a little slow, and some moments are definitely finicky, but overall I think it's worth the price, and my full review is down below. Really hope we see more of this world as well, because I do think there's something special here. It is for sure just a hidden gem in my opinion. Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition gets a new low price for those in the UK, EU and Australia, while matching the low everywhere else with 50% off. By many, this entry is considered the very best, and it's great to see the original trilogy available on the Switch. Just some of the best third-person action-adventure games out there, and few can match the combat that is packed in. This one is set before the first game and sees Dante facing off against his brother, who has designs on unlocking a gate to a demonic realm. We must stop this event. The swordplay is incredibly fast-paced, we can play as both characters, and this special edition packs some bonus features as well. Devil May Cry, particularly this entry, has stood the test of time, and it's a series that should be experienced by everyone. And that's the video down. Will you be adding anything to the library, or will you be holding onto that cash? Let me know in the comments. With that, a shout out to the channel patrons who are going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. If you do want to check that out for yourself, it is linked in the video description down below. Then hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.